Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So right now I'm just going to start off with the eyebrows. I'm going to do the eyebrows, the eyes, and then the face just because we are going to be doing some pretty dramatic makeup. So I'm just starting in the middle of the eyebrow and then I'm going to work my way forward and just build the brow up.
My weakness comes and goes. I'm reaching out for the easy high. Please fortify this strength of mine. My weakness comes and goes.
Now I'm just taking some concealer and then I'm just going to go ahead and clean up the brow, and this is really just going to make sure that the eyebrow is very crisp and clean. Now I'm going to go in with my favorite eyeshadow base. It's the MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot, and I'm just going to go ahead and buff that all over the lid. Once I get an even coverage, I'm going to go ahead and set it with a cream color eyeshadow. Now that we have a clean, even base, I'm just going to go ahead and highlight the brow bone. So I'm going to use a white eyeshadow by MAC, and I'm just going to place that all under the brow. For the crease color, I know that I wanted to do some warm tones, so I'm going to start off with the Juvia's Place Nubian Palette, and it's going to be the second shadow on the top. And then to blend it out, I'm going to use a Morphe M441.
My weakness comes and goes. My weakness comes and goes. I'm reaching out for the easy high.
Now I'm going in with the color Red Brick by MAC. You can take any orange or red shade that you like, and I'm using my MAC 217, and I'm just going to buff it into the outer crease. And as you can see, I'm kind of tugging on her skin a little bit, and that's just to make sure that I don't get any bumps in the eyeshadow. You want it to be smooth and even. I'm taking the brush that I used in the crease to apply the transition shade. I'm not putting any additional product on it. I'm just going to go ahead and buff out the edges. Then I'm going in with a small Morphe brush. It doesn't have a number on it, but I'm applying Summer Yum from the Sweet Peach palette, and I'm just going to build up that color in the outer crease.
My weakness comes and goes, it goes, it goes. My weakness echoes in my soul. Oh, it echoes in.
Now I'm going back in with my MAC 217 brush, and I'm not putting any additional product on it, but I really just want to buff out the edges and make sure that that red brick color doesn't get lost now that I applied the Summer Yum color. Now I'm taking Embark by MAC. It's like a purpley, almost dark brown black shade, and I'm just going to press that into the outer edges of the crease and then blend it out. And then now I'm going to go in with my MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot, and I'm going to use this to cut the crease. I do take a while on this step just to make sure that I get it the exact shape that I want. And then as soon as I do, I add Too Faced glitter glue right on there, and that's going to ensure that the glitter that I'm going to use doesn't transfer onto the top lid.
You can save me. Feels like I'm drowning in ocean's blue. Baby, come on, baby, baby, come on, let's go. I'm losing control.
I'm taking MAC Melon pigment, and I'm just going to go ahead and press that into the lid exactly where I laid down the paint pot and the glitter glue. And the brush that I'm using is actually the brush that came in the ABH Modern Renaissance palette. Since I will be applying lashes, I'm going to go ahead and just do a line of liner across the top. And you can use gel, or you can even use liquid liner if you want. You don't have to do a wing. The only reason I like to do this is just so that I can hide the lash band when I apply the lashes.
Don't you dare steal my heart now, boy. I know you're something that I'll enjoy. Move a little bit closer now, to some place where there ain't no crowds. I wanna get to know you right here and now. I got trapped in your touch.
The lashes that I'm using are the Ardell Trio lashes. It's basically 3 individual lashes that are put together on a small strip. These are way more comfortable to be wearing all day. Especially for prom, you're going to be wearing your lashes for a long time, and if you don't wear lashes on a daily basis, this is a great alternative. They look a little bit more natural and they're not uncomfortable. Since this is a prom look, you're going to want your makeup to stay all day, so this is one step that I do not recommend skipping. You're going to go ahead and take any primer that you like and just make sure that you buff it all over the face. This is going to make sure that you have an even canvas for your foundation, and it's also going to make the wear time on your foundation stay a lot longer. For foundation, I'll be taking the Too Faced Born This Way, and I'm just going to pat that into the skin with my Bliss brush, and then I'm going to go over it with my Real Techniques Miracle Complexion Sponge. It is a little bit damp, and this is good because it's going to go ahead and sheer out the foundation a little bit since this is a medium to full coverage foundation. For concealer, I'm going to go ahead and take the Tarte Shape Tape in Light, and I'm putting that right underneath the eyes just so we can brighten up the eyes, and I am bringing it down a little bit towards the sides of the nose and also on the top of the forehead in between the eyebrows.
Get the pictures up on Tumblr, but there's someone that you left out. Am I really just a number? Or am I just your second best now? You know I hate it when you're distant. You left when we were adolescent.
Now I'm taking the Maybelline Fit Me powder. This is a really good drugstore powder. It's pretty good coverage and it's not too cakey. Now I'm going in with the Maybelline Fit Me powder again, but this time we're going to use a slightly darker shade and we're just going to bring some color back into our skin.
I gotta know, so baby choose. So baby choose. What do we have to lose? So baby choose, come on baby choose. So baby choose. What do we have to lose? 'Cause you know I gotta know, so baby choose.
For bronzer, I'm taking MAC Give Me Sun, and I'm using a BH Cosmetics brush. It doesn't have a name or anything. I got it a couple years ago in a set. The only thing I did notice with this color on her, she is a little bit fair, so it comes off a little bit orange on her. So what I do after this is I take the Real Techniques, the big fluffy brush, and I go back and buff it into the skin because I don't want it to be too orange on her. For contour, I'm going in with the Balm's Bahama Mama. It's a cool tone brown shade, and I'm just going to go ahead and put those in the hollows of her cheeks and also on the temples of her forehead.
Every time his name will come up, you'll be seeming like you don't care. Now the damage can't be undone.
I'm taking that Real Techniques brush again. I'm not putting any more product. I'm just going to go over the skin where I put the bronzer and the contour, and I'm just going to make sure that I buff everything in and blend it in so that I don't have any harsh lines.
Your love is something more than pleasant. Got my dreams and reality all mixed up.
For highlighter, I'm going with Laura Geller's Gilded Honey. This is one of my favorite highlighters. It has a little bit more of like a warm tone to it, so that's why I'm using it. I'm putting it on the tip of her nose, and then I'm putting it on the tops of her cheekbones. When I apply highlighter, I don't want there to be such a straight line, like a streak. So what I do is I apply the highlighter and then I go over it with my sponge and kind of just press it into the skin, and it kind of takes away that line. I really wanted the highlighter to stand out a little more, so I'm going to apply the Balm's Mary Lou Manizer and just press that right on top. And the same thing, I'm going to go over with my sponge and just press it into the skin.
So baby choose, baby choose.
finish off her eyes, I'm taking MAC's Teddy Liner. It's a shimmery brown shade, and then I will smudge it out with a small smudger brush, and I'm using MAC's Brown Script. It's an orange tone brown, and I'm just going to go ahead and press that into the liner, drag it down a little bit, and then smudge it out. Now I'm taking a flat brush and I'm adding MAC's Red Brick, and I'm putting that right underneath there, and then I'm going to go back with my blending brush and just blend everything out. I'm taking Nectar from the Sweet Peach palette, and I'm adding that to the inner corner of her eyes, and I'm also going to be highlighting her brow bone with the same shade. I'm taking the color Concrete and my ABH number 7 brush, and I'm just going back in and darkening up her eyebrows, and I'm going to extend the tail on the brow just a little bit. Alright, and here's the finished look. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope that you enjoyed this prom look that I came up with.